How you going, guys? Welcome to Taylor Touring. This is our HJ60 and I'm Rob.
I'm Tegan.
We'll take you for a tour around the car. I guess the main reason for the purchase is overseas is a little bit off the guards at the moment, and we can't access it, so we decided to do a little bit of internal traveling. So I did a bit of research, and I really enjoy Toyota because they just have the reliability behind them, and I just wanted something with the trust and the reliability behind it, which was the 2H. I just want something that's just going to go and go and go. I'm going to leave it naturally aspirated, no reason to turbo it. I'll put a bigger motor in it to do that. But we'll spend a little bit of time on it trying to preserve what she's got in her. So we are going to Raptor coat it, same colour. It might be a bit patchy, but it'll be uniform patchy across the whole lot. So it should come up pretty decent. Other than that, I do have a few seals that need to be replaced, which is a little bit annoying because they charge you quite a bit for some seals, but we'll get around to that as we go.
Yeah. What have you been working on so far?
I finished applying the paint stripper across the back of the wagon, I guess you could say. I've sort of drawn myself a line that runs through here. I want to get to there, get it back to bare metal, give it some rust treatment. There's a lot of holes that have sort of just come over the years from people installing stuff. There's a couple holes here, a bit unfortunate, both at the back of the wheel arches on both sides and on these wheel arches, but I guess that's what the weld is for. So I don't know how far I want to take it yet. I am biased and don't want to not do it right, so I'll invest a little bit of time where I've got now and try and get this right, because no one can see this, so it's a good time to practice and cut out. The only issue is I think that's chassis, so I don't know if I'm gonna have to body lift or body space her with some spreader bars and try and give her a few more gap. I don't know, I'll have to talk to my dad about it. If anyone has any ideas how, other than fiberglass, because I can fiberglass patch it, but yes.
What are we looking for?
That's what I want.
What? The sander?
Yeah. I'm looking for
Oh, the actual thing of it.
230 watt motor out soon. Got a fiberglass repair kit. That's to fix that. Fix that one. And probably that one there. And the only reason I'm fixing those three with fiberglass and I'm not cutting and welding is because that's a chassis rail. And I don't want to weld near it. So, yeah, this is where I'm at. Pretty good though, I think pretty good. I just went up the wheel guard a little bit just to get the dirt and shit off of it. By no means am I an expert. I'm just trying to rejuvenate her so she has more years left in her rather than just let her rot away. Alright. Construction, fire inside. Thank you. Fiberglass. Timbers. Resin.
Yeah, like I stated from the start, just those couple above the chassis, I've had to do it. There's a fiberglass patch there. I've got a fiberglass patch there and a little fiberglass patch there. That's all the fiberglass that's going in Bessy. Everything else will be cut and welded.
Alright guys, I guess we'll give you a bit of a walk around the Land Cruiser. We paid $5,000 for it, sight unseen. It is a diesel, it does have the 2H. Has a 5-speed gearbox, which is a bonus. There were 2 requirements of the purchase that I wanted. Colour didn't matter, body didn't matter so much. I really wanted just a chassis that was solid. She does have a little bit of rust in her, being an 84 model. Some of it not too bad, some of it a little bit bad, but we'll just pace her as we go. And if we can get another 5, maybe 10 years out of her before I have to pull the body off the chassis, I'd like that. 5 years minimum. That's my goal, is to keep it for 5 years running before I have to strip it apart a bit. Really like the HJ60 style. A few changes that we'll probably make straight off. Have already started with a little bit of deconstruction. She's not standard and she never will be standard. It has XR6 seats in it already that have mod plates for it. Has a 75 litre long range tank that has a mod plate for it. Has a custom center console the previous owner made with a couple 12 volt and USB sockets sitting off the front. Does have air conditioning. Dash is original and it hasn't been molested too much, which is good. A couple of little holes, but all fixable. We do have a little bit of damage on her, which is a little bit unfortunate. Two of the bad spots will be on the wheel arches, but I have managed to track down a donor car. I think I will be purchasing it, and it resembles the same on this side. I've stripped the back up to the wheel arch line, across and through, and I prepped that, and I had 2 holes, quite small here, and it's right next to the chassis rail, and I'm not comfortable with cutting that yet because I haven't done too much welding in my life. So patched it, have to sand it, seal it, and I'm happy with that. Everything else will get cut and welded. And all in all, Bessy's, she's got some rust around, but we'll cut her out and we'll patch her in and do her right. The passenger side roof seal is really good. The whole way along, pretty good. Come with a few accessories, which is a bonus. The previous owner put a little bit of care into it. There's a tie swing on it, which is sweet. Rear bar's nothing flashy, but it is a rear bar and sits okay on the car. I'll probably add some modifications and take it off at some stage and weld up all the extra holes and replace all the lights that are through. This is probably the next bad section of the car, which I don't know how I'm going to handle yet. And it's just here on the tailgate. So it's a little bit annoying. It's quite a bit. So like I said, I think the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to cut along. I think I'm going to, so because this metal here is pretty good, but, and that hole there I'm just going to weld up. I'm going to knock it out a bit and weld up. This here I'll clean and cut a patch in. I'm going to get rid of all of this altogether. I'm going to put my own lip in myself and clean up all behind it. I think it is reasonably good behind there, but I will remove the lip and do the same thing here. Put a patch square in there, clean up around there, seal off anything. But that's not too bad. They're pretty straightforward cuts. It's the wheel arches that I'm worried about. They're going to take a little bit of time. I'm pretty excited. I've
about my gull wing doors, mainly because they're in a very expensive mod, and I don't really like not having access to my door. I'd rather either it to be solid or not at all, because being able to slide this into each other doesn't really give me much. So they're going, I'll pull them out, and I'm going to custom make my own seals to go in it. Feel pretty comfortable about it, have majority of the stuff, just have to start cutting really. There's no other bad rust on Bessy wheel arch. There is. There's a bit in here on Bessy that's a bit worn out, all up in here, but I have plans to bring this line here, this body line here that runs through, is going to run the whole way through the car that way. That'll be a big mission, but it needs to be done for two reasons. One, I want to bring off of the chassis around, I want to bring some tubing so I can have a ladder on the other side, and I want to have a detachable section on this side that when we go touring I can extend this side off with a ladder and have multiple jerry cans down the side, and then when we're not touring I can take the pins out, take it off, take the pins out on the other side, take the ladders off, and I can use it for my weekenders where I won't need my access to my rooftop tent as much, and I can take out this and I don't need the extra jerry cans and all the rest. But it is mainly a touring vehicle as well. It will do a little bit of four-wheel driving, but majority of it touring until I upgrade, and when I upgrade, that will be upgrade and invested for touring again, and then this will become, I guess, a bit of a pig rig. This side, the driver side seals are starting to get a bit, how you going? I really want to get onto them like soon rather than later. I've seen a lot of them with and without the chrome strip. I don't think I like the chrome strip, but you know, it's there at the moment. But, where is it? Yeah, I don't know. It still seems pretty good under there. Like the actual gutters themselves are good. I don't mind pulling it apart because they're going to come off anyway. Love. That's just how she goes at the moment. A little bit of surface, a little bit of breakthrough into here. I do need to get it cut out and fixed, but I'm looking forward to patching all these in because it gives me something to do in the shed. Last but not least, the last rust on the car, and this part I'm a little bit concerned about, but luckily it's on the inside of the trim so it doesn't have to look too pretty. So it's mainly just like, I don't know, save as much of it as I can, but this is a section I'll either talk to my dad about or might even get done professionally depending on how we go. But everything else I feel confident with. It's just this and those two above the chassis rail. Mods, snorkel, pull bar, skid bars, bash plates on the bottom, side steps, old diesel 2H, have an onboard compressor already, which is handy. A lot of this will get modified with the electronics. Being I am an electrical apprentice, I will change a lot of this wiring and redo a lot of it. The old diesel 2H has an inline pre-filter already, which is good. Good for the water settlement. Australia has very bad diesel, but other than that, she's solid. She's got 460,000 by memory. 467,000, and that's an original motor. So yeah, she's going great at the moment, and I just need to do a service on her before we take her out for a big trip.
Other than that, I think Tegan's going to take you guys through what our plans are for our venturing.
Hey guys, so the travel side is I guess more of my domain. I have no idea about cars, but I'm learning a lot already. I'm really excited. So we're going to take 2 months off work at the end of the year. I'm a school teacher, so I kind of get that time, which is nice. And we're going to head up to the centre to see Uluru, up to Darwin, and then across to Queensland. It'll all depend on border closures and things like that due to COVID, but hopefully we can head back down the east coast, providing that everything's going well down there.